and I was like sitting on a couch, got up, and it had like bled through onto the couch of like my office space. I was like, I might as well end it.
Try to get in gracefully. I dare you.
You always try not to sit in one of these, but like.
I actually have one of these at my house. Okay.
Maybe I'll just cross my legs for now. But as it goes on, I'm gonna like.
I guess, yeah.
I'm just gonna like get comfy. Loose. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know any woman who's just comfortable like this for a very long time, but I guess I am.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
I'm very excited because panty is like my favorite word to say.
I love that for you.
I feel like you've taken it back.
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah, I feel like we have too.
Yeah.
And there's so much power in our brand name is so much of like who we are. So thanks for saying that. I'm proud of that.
Yeah. Do you have a problem with the word moist?
No, but like I understand when people do. Like I know when people are like, oh my God, I couldn't possibly say the word moist. And I'm like, I love that journey for you. But personally, that one doesn't get me. But I understand when people do.
Is there a word that gets you? In like the female vocabulary, maybe that gets you? Because moist panty is like the thing for everybody that's like, oh.
I mean, I don't love a moist panty like on my body.
Same.
Hence why we created the brand.
Same, yeah.
But I don't know. I'll have to think about that.
But some women can just really sit moist. Like I have friends who just like, they'll pop a squat. They don't even barely wiggle. They just pull their panties up.
Yeah.
I can't. Hey guys, I'm Jade Catapretta. Welcome to The Stirrup, a podcast brought to you by O Positiv, where we stir all types of shit up. I'm here with one of the co-founders of Panic Panties, Katherine Anne Connolly. Everybody give her a pew, pew, pew. First of all, so how did this idea come about besides just like, you don't like a wet panty?
No. We have a good story. So actually, I'm one of the 3 founders. So
Yes.
there's 3 of us, and we are 3 real life best friends. So we went to college together.
I like real life best friends.
Yeah, like we're real life best friends. No, because some founders I feel like are like, we're friends, but like, no, we really are like real life best friends. Like before any of this, we went to college together. We were all living in New York. We were just like living that New York life, like, you know, running from the gym to happy hour to dates to everything in between. And we kept running into all these times where we needed a spare pair of underwear on the go. And the story really is we were like a bottle of wine deep at dinner one night. And I felt like best, like, you know, those ideas where like you sit down with your friends and you have a bottle of wine and you're like, oh my God, we're going to change the world the next morning. You're like, fuck that, I'm not doing that. Like my 2 co-founders were like very entrepreneurial. They had already started like a kickboxing company. Like they were like trying to start their own business. I was like, I'm good. Like at the time, you know?
Yeah.
But anyways, that's like a little background. My co-founder, Alex, was like, oh my God, I had the worst morning. I took a workout class and I forgot a pair of underwear and I was going to, you know, I had an early meeting. She's like, and I was wearing a dress. I couldn't go commando. Like I was just like freaking out. So she ran to like a CVS and all they have are like a 6-pack of like those cotton granny panties.
No, thanks.
That was not going to work for her. And she was like, I literally the worst day of my life. I had to wear these like old underwear. Like it was the worst day ever. And we were joking with her and we were like, oh, you're in a panic and you needed panties. And then literally it was like light bulb. We were like, wait, Panic Panties. Did we just become like founders? Like honestly, we were just like, this is crazy. So we just realized that there was a huge gap in the market. We were like, okay.
Literally?
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. But honestly, we were like, okay, if you're going to a convenient place, it's a style you don't want to wear. It's like a 6-pack and it's like at a price point you don't want to wear. But if you're in a pinch, you're not going to run to like a department store or Victoria's Secret. So,
and you have to wash them.
Exactly.
And these are pre-washed, which I think is like the most brilliant part of it. Because I want to put on underwear right away, but then I'm like, okay, the toxins.
Yeah, no, exactly. And we're OCOTEX certified, so we're made with non-toxic fabrics. We have
never mind. I only like really toxic fabrics for my underwear, which I think we're not even aware of the stuff that's in our underwear. Like I think a lot of women end up getting like UTIs or, you know, urinary tract infections that are like from their underwear or from like sitting in sweaty clothes. Like, none of us even know that stuff.
Totally. And I think like there's so much more research coming about just even the clothes we put on our skin, like what we're absorbing. And I mean, I'm probably sitting in like microplastics right now.
I mean,
like,
don't
knows?
get me into the endocrine system. I'm far deep. Well, do you have a story like from when you were a child or from like when you were younger that you were just like, oh my God, I could have really used my own product?
Oh my God. Maybe not when I was a child, but in college.
Yeah.
Like 100%. I mean, the amount of times, sorry to my husband, but the walk of shames.
Yeah.
That like involved like putting either like putting on your underwear
Yeah.
from the night before, just like shoving it in your purse, or like, you know, and there's those days in like, I just think back to college where it's like, you're getting up, you're going out, you're not going back.
Yeah, you
and
sleep for like 2 hours and you feel fine. You're like, who cares? Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think absolutely. I feel like that when I think about it, I'm like, I wish I did in college. But then also traveling. Like I travel a lot. And we're actually in airport. We're in Chibo Express Airport.
I love that.
Now. Yeah. Yeah. And we have so many women at like trade shows and stuff. And they'll be like, oh my God, I couldn't even tell you the amount of times I've washed my underwear in the airport sink. And I'm like, honey, first of all, why?
Oh, I've done that. It's very immigrant. Like if you go into my hotel room, I just have like panties in the shower. And people are like, why don't you just pack 3 more underwear? Like it literally takes no space. I don't know what it is. Like I feel like it's wasteful sometimes. So it's so great to have that option. Just like.
Exactly. We like to say never be without a pair because it's like keep one on you just in case. Keep one in your luggage, your desk, or like your purse, whatever. But then also like you can snag one at a convenient place. Like that was always our goal. So to see them,
I love that.
Yeah, to see them like in the real world, it's very exciting.
Look
for
how
us.
far we've come. We once had like, you know, just a sheet that was cut up and like stapled together. And now it's like, now we have all different kinds. What kind of panties are you wearing right now?
I'm wearing my mid-rise lace thong.
Okay.
So we have a bunch of different of our Panic Panties,
Yeah.
the ivory mid-rise lace thong. And we have a bunch of different styles. This is our stretch lace thong, which has a lace waistband and then like a microfiber body. We also have a bikini style. We have our flex fit thong, which is like all microfiber. So yeah.
I love it. If it ain't fiber, I don't want it.
Yeah.
I like recently I'm into underwear. If it doesn't cover my stomach and like go all the way up to almost my boobs, like I don't want it.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So you're like a high rise.
I love a high rise.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Love.
And then I also like to feel like I'm not wearing underwear, even though it's there.
Absolutely. That's
Do you know
kind
what I mean?
of 100. Like, yeah, that's the whole point. Who wants to feel like
Some
they're,
people like a tight. Like I have friends who like, they are like, I want it really compact. I want all my parts like shoved into an underwear.
Yeah. Again, love the journey. Like how many times that can be applicable today?
At all times.
I'm like,
I like that you're just like, you're a Democrat. You're just like, whatever, it's good for you.
what if I was like, no?
What kind of underwear do you think Kamala wears?
Oh my God.
Oh my God, think about it. Because she used to sleep with Montel Williams. And that guy's freaky.
God.
So
First of all,
like,
she's so beautiful.
so
I know
gorgeous.
it's like, she just has like really great skin.
Yeah.
And I know nobody would ever ask her to drop her beauty routine.
Wouldn't it be crazy if she had bad skin? It's like, do we trust a woman who like
has bad
doesn't have
skin?
good, yeah.
Nobody would ask. You love it?
Well, I'm just saying, sometimes it's hard. Like, I'm not going to say like, you have acne, you're a piece of shit. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying if you're in that position, like, you got to get your shit together.
Self-care.
Yeah,
self-care.
like.
I know nobody would ever be like reductive and like ask her like what her skincare routine is or something, but she really is so beautiful.
That's the day that we're all dead when Kamala Harris is like, get ready with me for the presidential debate.
Get ready with me to steer the nuclear code.
Yeah, literally.
And she's like,
get
this is
ready
my
with
contour.
me to reinstate the reproductive system, right?
Yeah.
Well, very cool. I like that the whole journey was like it was just a smooth journey. Like obviously we got here because we needed it. It's a product that we need. Like why as women don't we have products that we need? Or like why are our basic needs not met, do you think, this far into the world? I know that's a big question.
I'm like, wow, let me think about
But like, doesn't it all start with education? Let's go backwards a little bit, right? Like,
Yeah.
do you remember why isn't like any of this taught to us about female, like anything? You know what I mean?
we're
Like,
going to like reproductive, like
Anything,
yeah,
yeah.
no, isn't it interesting too? Like I'm in my mid 30s, and like you know, as you start to talk to people about like I don't know, pregnancy or like things like that, like people don't. I was like, what is ovulation?
hush.
Like I didn't even know, and I'm like, wait a second. Like if you think I don't know. Anyways, I'm just thinking about like the things that we're taught about our bodies. Is just like you grow up thinking that you can get pregnant at any second, and then you learn that it's like so much harder to get pregnant than you actually think.
okay, so there's like a bunch of different panties in the world now that exist, especially in your line. Let's play a little game of Fuck, Marry, Kill, the underwear edition. Okay, let's say like little shorts, like the little tomboy underwear,
Okay.
a thong, and then a high waist underwear. Fuck, Marry, Kill.
I feel like I have to have a disclaimer because if our brand comes out with any of these styles, like this clip will like come back to haunt me.
No. I mean, you can, you know, even if you kill an underwear, you can still be for other women. It's their journey.
Yeah, that is so true.
their journey.
What was it? Little shorts. I think I would fuck a thong.
Yeah,
just because
of
like
course.
that feels like the like that's gonna like be the clip. Like I can never run for office, so there you go.
I would fuck a thong.
I would fuck a thong.
I've said that so many times. It's fine. Yeah.
I would kill the little shorts and marry the high rise. Like, I just feel like I would be cozy in my high rise.
I love
Me
that.
and my
That's
high
the one
rise.
that's like I live in too.
Yeah. I would just be like cozy up on the couch.
How do you feel
with,
about
like,
underwear
Cabernet.
lines? Because they used to be very taboo, and I used to not like them, and now I'm like, look at my underwear line. Look at it.
Oh, interesting. So
Yeah.
a point of pride for us is like no visible panty lines. Like we really would try to be as seamless as possible.
Yeah.
Because you want to be able to wear them with your leggings and everything like that. So I do not love panty lines.
I know, but why have we been programmed to not like? Why can we not show that we're wearing underwear? Do you know what I mean? Like, think about
for
this.
sure.
Why is our butt supposed to be flowing in the air magically?
No, I mean 100%. It's like, why can't we have body hair? It's like all these
We
things
can have
that are
body
just
hair.
like, or like, you know,
kidding.
but not that you can't. Like again, your journey. I'm just
Again,
saying,
people
like,
who have
why-
body hair are pieces of shit. That's what we're saying.
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
no,
it's
of course.
taboo.
Like, yeah, like in the world, people are like, it's taboo.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's there's this like expectation of perfectionism and I think our whole brand message was like we were a mess, right? Like we were running around from the city. We called ourselves bag ladies because we'd be running, like I said, from the work to happy hour to gym to dates to traveling, just like making no money and just like, like struggling 20 somethings or whatever.
Yeah.
And we were like, we're imperfect. We've had a million times where we've bled through our panties or sweat or needed to change or whatever. And so like, we're laughing with you. We want to like help you live your life and be a mess, but do it with a pair of panties on you. So like, I just think totally if people want to have, if people want visible panty lines, like that's fine. You know what I mean?
I get it. Kamala probably has panty lines. I want to know, like, have you had a really embarrassing, I did a hosting thing once where I was wearing leather white pants and I bled through them. And they were like borrowed. Like I'm not a big bleeder and I like bled through them.
Oh, that's the worst.
It was the worst. And I was like, I guess I get to keep these. But one of the PAs had to run and get me like underwear. And it was literally like high waisted and it cut like right on the butt. So do you have like a terror moment or like a horrible period moment where that happened for you?
Yeah, one time I was at my old job and I was like sitting on a couch and like got up and it had like bled through onto the couch of like my office space.
Pew, 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 pew.
And it's like, I was like, I might as well end it. Like my journey ends here. I was like, life is over. I'm like, I buy cruel worlds.
Like, I think we need to change it, right? We need to change the storyline. Like where little girls get it and they're like, oh, got it.
Yeah,
like
I know.
I don't want to
So
be like
true.
free bleeding at Burning Man. Like no offense, that's not my vibe.
Same.
Cool for them, but
Same.
but I think there needs to be a shift of like this is a natural thing. Like it shouldn't be embarrassing when women get their period, or like it shouldn't be embarrassing when anything happens when it has anything to do with our vaginas. Like let's free our vagina.
I absolutely.
I'm like, no underwear. It's opposite of what you're doing.
I'm like, but wear underwear. I'm like,
Let's
free
be free.
vagina in underwear. Panic panties, in panties actually.
Love it. Yeah, I mean, do you feel like, I mean, men don't have to go through this obviously, but like, do you feel like what age range is like going to be the most profit? 20 something is like your kind of demographic.
I mean, listen, we like to say 18 to 35. I mean, really, we feel like panic panties are for all women. Honestly, school age, like we've had moms buy them like our bikini style for their daughters to keep in their backpacks at school because of when you get your period and stuff, or like changing for sports and stuff like that. So we, really we are for all women. All women can use a pair of underwear, but I feel like our demo is like 18 to 35, like college age through like, 30s and beyond of like understanding kind of that just these women that are like on the go and
I like that
needing
after
things.
30 we're just steady. We never leave the house.
Yeah, once you're
Just,
like like once you're past 35, like you're just
You're
chilling.
dead. I
Yeah.
love that.
No.
Now, being like a woman in this industry, sort of like, have you come across any roadblocks that are like worth sharing, or like you wish you did differently?
Like specific to being a woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like the one that comes to mind is we've had to go through a few different factories, just manufacturing and things like that. And again, we were completely new to this world. We just like have learned everything as we went. None of us had a background in this. And we were having some QC issues with our old factory, meaning like quality control. Like the specs were off, the SKUs were off. And like the men that ran that factory, they were like constantly like, you guys have expectation issues. Like you got, your expectations are too high. And it just felt very like, would you ever say that to like a man, you know? So it was like, no, you're getting our specs wrong. Like a large and a smaller like should not be the same. You know what I mean? And one thing we really pride ourselves on is that we have size ranges from our small up to plus and beyond, because we want it to be for all women. So I think that's like a story that stands out. But to be honest, there's such a great community of like startups and female founders and all of that. So it's been kind of a good experience
Well, that's
so
cool
far.
that you guys feel like supported within the industry.
I think like also within like the startup community.
Oh, cool.
Like we've really kind of tapped into that world. And there's just so many women doing amazing things like across the board.
Yeah, we even do comedy now.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could be funny.
Yeah. They allow us to
Okay,
be funny now.
yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, they don't come to the shows, but they allow it. Do you have any advice for like somebody who is getting into this kind of business or wanting to educate women about, vag and all that good stuff?
Yeah. I think my advice is kind of ubiquitous for people trying to start a business is like network. Like, because again, we didn't know anything. We were like, okay, let's start an underwear brand. What? And it was like just starting from scratch, built brick by brick, talking to people, trying to find and make connections. So I think my first thing would be network, like go on LinkedIn, like find somebody in the industry, and then tapping into community. Like I said, the startup community and things like that. Just kind of there's so many events, and we're my three founders. I'm in LA. My one founder's in San Diego. The other one's in New York. So we're kind of like we're bi-coastal.
The brand is bi-coastal.
Yeah. And I don't know. There's just like communities to tap into. I don't know if that's like a
No, that's a
basic
great
answer.
idea. I think it's great advice. Just like, go from community and then branch out in
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in a dressing room and go, that's one of my panties?
In a dressing room?
Or like, have you ever seen your panty on someone like unexpected? Like your product on someone and you're like,
On someone. Oh, that's a good question.
You know what I mean? Like, is it poking out at a coffee shop and you're like, hi, I'm so sorry to do this, but
Well, we've had like not that, but we have this like giant panty costume that, because again, three of us self-funded, like we have no money.
Yeah.
So we're just like doing the damn thing. So like marketing budget's low. Yeah. So we have this giant panty costume like of the packaging that we wear sometimes. And by we, I mean I.
yeah.
My founder's like, why don't you put it on? I'm like, or we could all, no, we all take turns. But anyways, there was one time I was walking in New York and this girl like stopped. It was like, oh my God, Panic Panties. Like I literally just bought you guys the other day. And like that was the best. And me and my co-founder Alex and the three of us were all just squealing. Like I was like, I've never been more girl than this moment. Like we were just like, like panties. And then seeing them in person at our different retailers is like always.
I was going to say like seeing it in the store. Like what was that first experience of seeing it in the store?
So like? Surreal. So unbelievably surreal. We actually this is our essentials line. I have one there. I don't want to grab it. But there's we were in 5,000 CVS's nationwide. And that was like.
Wait, CVS? I've never heard of it.
That was like the most life-changing, game-changing thing for us, for our brand. Like seeing it in CVS is probably the most surreal, because it's like it's in 5,000 CVS's and it's just the three of us doing this, and we literally started it over like a bottle of wine. So it's just that's really cool, because I think like people walk by and they just think, oh, it's another brand, but you don't realize that it's like love, like blood, sweat, tears.
Literally.
Yeah, like literally. Yeah.
That's so exciting. Do you like, as being a woman is hard. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we all know this. The men sitting there just like, is there a time where you specifically felt shamed, like as a woman? I know not to be like a downy, but
No, it's a good question.
Besides the time where the guy was like, you have high expectations of wanting this to be perfect.
Shamed as it pertains to the business?
Or just, I feel like maybe as being a woman, like where you felt like it was a little harder on your sex,
Yeah. Do you have an experience like that?
I mean, I do comedy, so
yeah.
Day,
so like
day,
your entire like
sometimes
purpose for being.
Comics will come into a room and they're talking to all the dudes, but then they won't make eye contact with me. Like these little tiny microaggressions, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where I'm like, oh, I'm here. Just stuff like that, where I don't feel like, or I'll feel like sometimes audiences don't trust you as much.
Yeah. Especially
if they want to fuck you. So like, there's that little bit of a disbalance. But like in business, have you ever felt that way? Maybe.
Yeah. It's as it pertains to Panic Panties, no, but my personal experience, I won't name the company, but I did used to work at like a millennial like female millennial driven media company.
It was O Positiv. I'm just kidding.
Not O Positiv by any means. And they were very much like, we're for women, we're for by and about women, but it was like run by men, it was very like the commodification of feminism, right? Like meaning like it was very like, oh, we're gonna create things, but it was just and I asked, wow, no, this story is coming back to me, and I hope this person hears this, I was sitting down, because I'd been there for a few years, and talking to my manager about wanting a raise, and he was like, doesn't your husband work in finance? Like, can't he just like support you until you like start making more money? I wasn't even, actually, that was my boyfriend at the time. And so like that was probably a time where I was shamed for being, and at that time this company was running like a whole segment about like ask for more, like women should ask for more in the workplace.
But not the people who work here.
Yeah. So
that is wild.
Yeah.
What did you, like, how did you respond? Was it
I think
just
I was
like,
upset. I think I like cried later. Honestly. Yeah.
Then you call your boyfriend. You're like, are you going to support me? No, I'm kidding. That's very, like, I feel like I have a hard time asking for things that I know that I deserve, or like asking for more, or asking for the same amount. Like, I do feel this thing like, but what if they then fire me? Or like, this is a new thing for me. Like, now that I'm more of a lesbian, I'm like, I deserve it.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Like, you do.
I recommend it. Not to like try to get everyone
and
to turn
I feel
lesbian,
like I've like come into my own, and definitely, I don't know, approach conversations like that differently.
Yeah. And now when you tell people your business, like when you told your family, were they like, oh, panties?
Oh my God.
Like, what was their reaction?
My younger brother is still like, don't talk to me about that. Like, he's like, I cannot talk about panties.
Why? Why are people so freaked out by just like something that's near our vagina? That's how deep the shame is. Like, if it's even near our vagina, people don't want to touch it.
I know, and it's like underwear. It's like men wear boxers. Like, it's so like,
A lot of men wear underwear too. Just secretly, and they don't tell us.
We actually have a lot of men like reach out to us and be like, I love to wear women's underwear. I swear to God, like honestly, through like we get emails all the time, and we're like, absolutely, like let us help you just pick the style.
How many of you guys are wearing underwear? Girls' underwear. Tell us the truth.
You guys better be wearing panties.
Yeah. If they're not, you're done.
What was the
like how your family reacts to you telling them like panties.
I mean, I think at first, to be honest, everybody was like, cute, like little idea, like, you know, don't quit your day job, honestly. But I think, but not that I had support from my family. Everyone was like, follow your dreams and things like that. But I just don't think anybody actually expected it to become what it was, myself included. Not that I didn't believe in us. I just like the fact that we're now at CVS, we're at Walgreens, we're at airports, like we're, you know, it's just the fact it's a full blown business now, and it's just it's definitely something that you know, it's wild. Like I could have, if you had asked me 10 years ago would I be running a panty company, like the answer would have been no.
They're like, what do you want to do for a living? You're like, panties.
Yeah.
But that's good. Like to your younger self, like, do you have advice now becoming like now you're a businesswoman, like you're successful, you're okay with saying the word panty in front of your brother.
Yeah.
Is there something you would have given your younger self as advice?
Yeah, I think my younger self would be like, get over FOMO.
That's a great one.
Because I think right now, so we kind of, the three of us each had different career journeys, which is kind of interesting. We each have different backgrounds. So we like combine our skills. You know, when you quit your job and you're doing this, you're on a different career trajectory, right? So you're watching other peers like climb corporate ladders or
I know it.
Yeah, you know,
like seeing billboards. Like, oh,
you're like, must be nice.
Yeah, you didn't even know your lines the last time we worked together, but now, okay.
Yeah. And so I think it's like get over and just in life, like, you know, you go on social media and you see people doing things or something. So I think my biggest advice would be like fuck FOMO, or try your best to like not succumb to that, because like,
isn't there another name for it that's like
JOMO, the joy of
missing out.
Yeah,
there you go.
But you know, like the constant comparison, you're on social media or something, you're seeing what other people are doing, you're like, oh my God, I need to be doing that, whatever I'm doing isn't good enough. It's like, no, whatever you're doing is good enough. You're right where you're supposed to be. So I think that that's like what I would tell my younger self, and I need to tell myself now.
Comparisonitis, killed the cat.
Yeah,
it like really is just like, because you know what, people have their own issues. You see people online, and you're like, they're so happy.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
I have a problem with underwear where I get like underwear wedgie in the front a lot.
Yeah, I think that's called I don't know. Is it
a camel toe?
No, maybe, yes, probably. Somebody once told me it was called a Marvin, but like I don't think that's
like
true.
when you pull. That's when you pull a Marvin.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, so we Oh, one thing about our panties, we fit them on real women. So a lot of other brands, what they do is they grade up. So like they'll be like, okay, this is what a size extra small is, and they just have like those specs.
Yeah.
And then they like grade up from there, but they don't do fittings on real women. So we like do them on fit models and on real women. So every single style that we have has been fit multiple times on a woman. My co-founder Maria is like perfectionist to the max, and I mean that with love. Love you so much. Anyways, so we've like designed like to the best of our ability the width and everything like that to really fit like all shapes and sizes.
I love that because sometimes I'll get like a bodysuit and it's just in my vagina the entire day. That's just how I live.
Which is literally the worst feeling in the
It's the
entire
worst because
world.
how do you pick a vagina wedgie? Like you can't. Like, there's no cute way to do it.
You just gotta dig in there.
I think I want to bring that back. The dig in.
Yeah.
Let's just bring in the dig.
Just the dig.
The dig.
Just digging in there.
You guys should sell used panties. That should be your next venture because I feel like that would really sell.
People always say that to me.
Really?
They're just like, yeah. And I'm like...
Sometimes when I'm really broke and I don't have a job, I'm like, should I just start selling my panties? The ones I don't like anymore?
Honestly, it's like WikiFeed or something. Like, I feel like you'd
there
be
should
like...
be a panty place. You guys just should start it. Like when you're not busy running a business.
Yeah.
You know?
That'll be like our dark website.
I love it. Do you have a dream ambassador? Like a person that's like, I want my panties on this human.
Oh my God. I love
Besides
this.
me.
Yeah, besides you, obviously. Oh my God, I love this question. Okay, well, we love Ice Spice because a baddie. She's showing her panty. Yeah. She's always like showing her panties. She's always like singing about her panties. She was in this British Vogue interview where she was like, I keep a pair of panties in my purse. Like the baddies that get it. So I think Ice Spice right now would be like our dream. I just feel like she like is unapologetically her, but like genuinely like said she keeps panties in her purse. So we're like, put ours in your purse.
Yeah, I feel like she barely wears a panty. Like she wears the string.
I know.
It's like, is that a panty?
I know.
It's like a little
We're gonna have to get her into like our because we have like a lovely like like lace like band and everything. But yeah,
I feel like that was so in when I was like a child. I wanted my thong to show
like a
just
G-string?
to be like, to be like, I'm doing this. G-string, like who invented that? Men, for sure. Like
for sure.
You're not going to be doing the men's line of panties, are you? Because men are okay with like
never say never. Honestly, men all the time are like, we shit our pants all the time.
That's literally what Bridget wrote on this iPad. I was like, I'm not saying it.
Like literally.
And you said it.
No, but like all the time. Like I'll just be like making, small talk at like a party, like an event or something where I'm not talking about this. And they'll be like, what do you do? And I'm like, Panic Panties. And they're like, do you have a men's line? Because I shit myself. And I'm like, that sounds like a you problem.
Wait, I've never shit myself, and I've done a lot of crazy shit.
Like so many. I'm always like, that sounds like something we should talk through, but not in this moment, maybe.
Wow.
But we always joke it'll be called Manic Panties.
I love that.
So never say never. Who knows? Honestly.
Yeah, and men like are just grosser in general. Sometimes they don't wiggle, and then the underwear is wet.
I mean,
we don't mean to shit on men. They're shitting on themselves. That's the problem.
Exactly.
I love it.
So good.
Was there a journey in getting like inclusive sizing in your company, or was that something you guys always wanted to do from the beginning?
Always wanted to do from the beginning. I think the stat, and I might be getting this wrong, but I think it's like 67% of women are a size 12 or above, but only like 2% of the market caters to them. And I might be, let's fact check that, but it is some staggering, so absolutely, it was like a no-brainer. Like we want to be for all women, like 100%.
It's wild that like we're just at the point where mannequins don't all look sick.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
And I feel that as a consumer myself. Like I get irritated when I'm like shopping online and I see like a model that's stick thin and doesn't represent my body. I'm like, how am I supposed to know what this looks like on me?
They have like perfect memeasurements. Like their torso's longer. You're like, how to?
I have like big boobs. Like I'm not showing them right now, but I'm just saying like
I can imagine.
Like. Like I just do. People are always shocked. I'm like they're there. Okay. I don't love to flaunt them, but I'm just saying that like clothes these days like are not for women with like chests, I swear, and it just irritates me. It's like
I've been trying to shop for my girlfriend like for a bathing suit.
Yeah.
And she's a little larger on the breast part.
It's hard.
And it's like it doesn't exist.
It
just
really
doesn't exist.
It's really, really, really hard.
There need to be more women like making stuff for women also, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I like when websites or like brands like you can choose the model and then it's like, oh, this is how
I
fits
love
on a
that
small,
where you
and
can
like,
see it.
Yeah.
That's why I love like Rent the Runway or brands like that because then you can see the clothes like on actual women who borrow it and not models.
Yes.
No offense to models. Love you guys.
No,
like,
love a
honestly.
model.
Love
You're
a Tumblr,
gorgeous.
but-
You like got like God's gift. Like, of course, like you're the chosen one. But like,
Yeah, you guys are chosen. I want to ask you: is there a space for a panic bra in the future?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, for sure. Again, never say never. Our umbrella company, like our LLC, is called Unmentionables.
Ooh.
Yeah. So,
But we should mention them more. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like we don't want them to be like, oh, these are panties. It's like panties.
exactly.
Bitch.
Own the word. Like take back the word. Absolutely. We all the time. First of all, women are always telling us like what they need. They're like, "Can you make us a bra? Can you make us like multiple like can you?" And I'm like, "Absolutely." It's just like you. So yeah, for sure. And eventually, that would definitely be
I love that.
in our.
Or maybe even like a bathing suit that's to go.
Yeah.
know?
Absolutely.
You never know when you're going to swim laps. But
It's
you
like
don't.
an emergency bathing suit.
An emergency
like,
bathing
literally,
suit.
it could be. Yeah.
Well, I'm one of those people like the back of my car is always packed for like a 4-day camping trip
I love that.
at like a 5-star hotel. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just have everything.
everything.
Like, yeah, my girlfriend's like, get this shit out of here. Like you don't need to be packed at all times. So I think this is like the perfect product. I'm on the road.
Yeah.
I pop one in my bag,
Exactly.
like, just in case. You never know. Like when you go to the beach in a bathing suit.
Exactly. 100%.
I hate having loose underwear in my purse. I never know where to put it. So like the little package is so cute.
100%. Like that's like one of my favorite use cases lately, especially summer, and we're like in LA, and you go to the beach and.
Oh yeah, so they snap back on.
Yeah.
I love that.
So they're resealable. So this is our line. This is our essentials line that you can find at CVS, and correct. So the idea is you can tear them open, pull out your new pair. They're pre-washed. They're ready to wear. And you can take off the pair that you're wearing if for whatever reason, and you can put them in there, and then it's
Or burn them. Yeah.
fling or sell them on
Online.
the dark web. Like honestly,
Trying to make some money. Yeah.
and then they're resealable. So and then we like to say you can like use this like sometimes I've used in my packaging to put like like at the beach, put my jewelry in or
love
something
that.
like that. So
Little
it's
bag
like
to go.
resealable. Yeah, exactly.
Now I get in trouble a lot online because I want to say vagina all the time.
Yes.
Do you guys run into like censorship problems when you're advertising it?
Yes.
Tell me.
That's such a good question. Just women in panties. Women in panties. So, because like a lot of times, like on our socials, like on TikTok, it's like you want to show. It's nothing like vulgar. It's just like showing the women. Like we have like our content with women wearing the underwear and stuff, and it gets like flagged a lot of the time. It'll say inappropriate content, or it gets like put behind some wall so we don't get it's a bad one when it doesn't get any views and things like that. Yeah.
How do you go around that? Is it just about like hashtagging it correctly? Like,
yeah, no, it's honestly, we haven't, if anybody's like a TikTok expert or like, we haven't really figured out the exact, I don't know. Sometimes we like take it down. Yeah, we try and like hashtag it with different things and stuff like that. But then sometimes it like goes viral. Like it's hard to know. I feel like the algorithm is just like there to like fuck with us.
yeah, I feel like the algorithm is like a sassy gay boy who's like, I don't like it.
Yeah, like-
not today. Like he just chooses. He's just in a bad mood sometimes.
And just like loves the power he has over every
It's
like
true.
human being that's just like in his like firm grasp.
But I think we need to normalize more everything female, right? Like I'm going through perimenopause, like talking about perimenopause, talking about panties, talking about the things we need, tampons, talking about the gummies that we need, talking about like whatever we need to put in there and make it funny, make it like approachable. You know?
Absolutely. Because it's like, that's what it gets you. We have an engaged community. Like people are constantly sharing, commenting, and I'm sure the same with O Positiv's products as well. It's like women need these things, and they also have been there. Like if you're like, oh, I bled through, everyone's like, me too. Like everybody has a story, and it's such like natural bodily things that it's just ridiculous that we don't talk about it.
I know. I want to meet the woman that's like, not me. I've never ever ruined a pair of underwear.
Yeah,
like I'm 40. I still stay in underwear. I'm like, how did I do this?
Yeah.
How have I done this?
Yeah.
And I love that they're black because of that.
Yeah, well, we have a black and we have an ivory color as well.
Oh, ivory.
Yeah.
I love it. Do you feel like there's going to be more colors coming out? Like,
Yeah, I think that's listen, absolutely, for sure we will, but those were kind of like our two core, like we also have our bikini style in latte.
latte. What color is
Latte.
that?
It's
Like a
oh, I
caramel?
don't have one right now. No, it's well, here's the thing. Here's something we learned. Originally we called it nude, but we realized that's not nude for everyone.
Right.
And so we changed the color to ivory, and then I'm not holding our latte one right now, but it's in this packaging.
Yeah.
It's like a
like a caramelly gray beige.
yeah.
Now, do you personally hold on to your underwear for a very long time? Because I have some that are
Absolutely.
like from middle school.
No, I
feel
have like
still.
personal. I'm like I know you got me through sometimes, but they're disgusting.
I have disgusting underwear that I'm like, I can't let go of these. It's so weird. Why is that? We have such attachment to clothes as women.
Yeah, and I like don't throw things away. I feel like I don't know. I have like shoes that I've been wearing since I was like. Honestly, since I was like 17, that my friends are like, you need to get rid of these. Yeah, or if you ever go to your parents' house and you like are going through your underwear drawer or something,
You're like, I forgot you.
Yeah, the like juicy couture that's like
Oh my
juicy on the ass,
God.
which I like snuck and like bought without my mom knowing at the mall. Like I'll never forget it. I was rebellious.
Oh, pretty bad. I stole from Claire's once, and I felt so bad the next day I returned it, and the person working there was like, I don't care, just keep it.
They were like, keep it.
It was
Honestly.
like a 17-year-old girl. She's like, I don't, literally, it's like $4.
She's like, take two. Yeah, like here, take another for good measure.
I'm stoned. Is there someone who, inspired you that you look up to, like not only in your business, but like just as a woman in general in life? Not to put you on the spot. Mine's RuPaul, just to give you someone.
Oh, I love that. I can tell you from a business perspective who
Yeah.
we really look up to is Sarah Blakely. She founded Spanx. She's, if you know her story, she's just incredible. She literally started from nothing and just grew her business and literally went like door to door as like a salesman. And she's like a self-made billionaire. Like she's just incredible and seems so grounded. And one thing we love is she like every year takes all of her best friends on she doesn't tell them if it's a hot or cold, she tells them if it's a hot or cold vacation, and then everybody shows up with packed for that, and then she like flies all of her best friends on like a private plane, and it's just like you could just tell she like keeps her people close. She's a good person who's worked really hard and was totally a trailblazer. And then I think, is it cliche to say my mom?
No, not at all.
Like my mom is is just a really amazing person. Like worked full time my whole life and just like raised us and is an incredible. Kind of did a second career where she ended up like writing a book, a novel, and stuff like that. So she's just I don't know somebody I really look up to.
I love that. That's how I see my like later life.
Yeah.
Like, just living in Playa, writing a book. That's like where I am. I've only got like a couple sentences, but I'm gonna get there. This is kind of broad, but like, what is your favorite part of being a woman?
I love being a woman.
Me too.
I really do. I don't know. I was thinking about that today because there were like questions, and I was like, what do I love about being a woman? And I was like on a walk, just being like, I'm a woman. Like, I don't know. I was just like leaning in. I was just like, look at me. What do I love? What do you love about being a woman?
What don't I love about being a woman? I just love the complexity of being a woman. I love that, things are not so black and white. We're constantly having to solve issues and we don't have help. And so I think we have to figure things out on our feet really quickly. And I like proving people wrong.
I love that.
I think that's what I love about being a woman. And my boobs.
I love my boobs.
Yeah, I love my boobs.
Having boobs is amazing. Yeah. I think I love female friendships the most. Like when I say these two girls are my best friends, like they are my sisters, like ride or die. Like the business could go, not that it will go away, but we are best friends first and foremost. And we have a few other like really, really close, tight knit best friends. And I had my three best friends give a speech at my wedding, and Maria, one of my co-founders, she said a line that I love so much. She was like you guys might be soulmates, but like I just want to make sure you're like that's your male, you're her boy soulmate, because like we're soulmates. So I just want to make sure that's perfectly clear. And I like really believe that in my heart. Like the emotional support I get from my friends just the things we can talk about. Like these relationships are my lifeblood and like my bloodline, and I really, really like need them and love them. And like, I would not survive without my friends, my female friendships. And I would not give that up for anything. I could like cry about it.
No, I think that's really lucky. And I think that like more and more we need to teach girls. Like, cause I think I came up in an era like in the 90s where I was like, I'm a guy's girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like where I didn't really have that, which I have now, obviously, like, cause the lesbian thing a little, but like, I think I just always felt like there was a competitive nature, right, to women in our primal aspect.
Totally.
But like, I think that more and more women are finding each other, and I think that's beautiful.
Yeah, and I feel like in pop culture and stuff, it's always like the girls are bullies or like girls suck or something like that. And I don't know, I just think that's like an unfair. I mean, sure, everybody has those mean girls or whatever, but I would die without my friends. Like I really, 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 I would. Like, my husband's great, but like
he's all right.
He's good. He's all right, but like, you know what I mean? So it's just a special bond, and like we have so much fun together. Like nothing can make me happier than like a bottle of wine and like
and some panty talk.
Yeah, or like just shooting the shit with my friends.
I mean, you own a panty company with your best friends.
I
like,
literally
can it get
do.
any better than that?
No, I don't know if it can. It's pretty crazy.
Do you give people with these? Like, do you go to your OBGYN? Does she know that you own this business?
You know, I haven't told my OB. I don't know how.
Is it a guy or a girl?
It's a girl.
Okay.
It's a girl. I personally like need a girl OB.
Same.
That's just my vibe. But like, no, I should tell her.
I feel like you should give her some, and like she should have them at the office.
Well, this is funny because we were all living in New York. I keep saying that. It's like my big group of girlfriends, and it was one of those things like if one person found the hairstylist and we all went to that hairstylist.
Yeah, love word of mouth.
So one of us found our gyno. We all went to our gyno. This one gyno saw like 5 of my friends, and she knew about the panty company, or she knew about Panic Panties, and like we like took pictures of her. This was like in the early days, and like she was like on our social and stuff like that.
That's a big deal.
Yeah. But I haven't told my current OB, but maybe I will.
Oh my God, if I had a brand, I'd be like, hi, by the way, do you know this brand? It's me. I like baristas, everybody.
Next time I'm literally in stirrups, I should be like,
hi, wait a minute, what's up there? That's for you.
I'm like, do you want to officially certify? This is like OB.
Are you ever in a panic?
Yeah. I like bring out a camera crew.
Yeah.
These guys right here.
You guys available?
Yeah.
How did you meet your friends from the beginning? Like, how did you
College. We were in college.
It was college.
Yeah. It's so cliche, but we were in the same sorority.
Very girly.
Yeah, very girly.
What was the sorority?
Tridel? I'm like Delta.
Delta.
I'm
Is
not.
that?
What?
Is that what the thing is?
Tridel. Yeah.
I don't know. I went to like an artsy like theater school where we were like massaging each other in a circle. Like I don't know why I paid so much money.
I love that journey for you.
But it was good for me. Yeah. I'm still paying it off, but it was totally worth it.
You're still paying it off.
Yeah.
No, yeah, we were in the same sorority, but it's funny because Alex and I were like best friends. We just, became friends, I don't know, sophomore year or whatever. Maria, we were not friends with her, not in like we were friendly with her, but she wasn't like in our tight crew, not anything for any reason. And then literally the story is that at the end of senior year, so I'm like going way back, we bought tickets to a music festival, and Maria like wandered into the room we were buying, and she was like, what are you guys doing? And we were like, we're going to a music festival. And she was like, can I come? And we were like, sure. We were not friendly, but not friends by any means. And
that's a big commitment.
Yeah.
Like a festival.
Yeah. That's a journey. Like you're about to go on a journey with your friends.
Yeah.
And we were like, sure. Yeah, absolutely. And so she bought a ticket, and we all went to this music festival, and literally it was like, did we just become best friends? I was looking for a roommate because we were moving to New York, and I was kind of like, do you want to like live together? And she was like, yeah. And I swear to God, like that's. And then Alex and Maria like totally hit it off, and like I said, they were very entrepreneurial, so they were like, let's start a business together. And they started a kickboxing company and like got on ClassPass. I was like right when ClassPass like
love that.
Yeah, it was really cool. I was not a part of that, but I was like taking the classes and like very much a hype man. And then that didn't work out, and they were looking for their next idea kind of, and then we all came up with Panic Panties together.
Panic Panties.
Yeah.
You did it.
Yeah.
Like who would have thought?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming out. This is
Thank
an
you
incredible
so
product.
much.
And I think it's inspiring women to be independent and on the go, and I love that. And it's empowering because like we can do anything we want. We can have fresh panties whenever we want.
Yes.
Wherever we want.
Literally, whenever, wherever, no matter what life throws your way.
And is there a place where people can go to find your stuff?
Yeah,
shout out your stuff.
Yeah. So panicpanties.com. You can, shop us there. Like I said, Walgreens, CVS. We're also on GoPuff, if you're familiar with GoPuff.
That's an airport thing, right?
No, it's a delivery store convenience app.
No
so it's kind of like,
way.
it's almost like Uber Eats or something.
I mean, if you're Ubering panties to yourself, I don't know.
Which people are.
I don't know, guys.
We're also on Amazon.
Yeah.
And then you can follow us on TikTok and Instagram. Instagram, it's at panic.panties. TikTok, it's at Panic Panties. You'll see my lovely face all over. You'll see all three of us, but me doing a lot of like lip syncing. Or, like the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm up.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. This was so great. Thank you.
Hey guys, thanks for stirring it up. Make sure to follow O Positiv online on all their socials. Check out all their new products as well as Panic Panties and at Jade Cabrera. Follow me, just not to my car. Thanks for stirring it up.